Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Elite Dental Wellness. At Elite Dental Wellness, Dr. Ashandra Batiste understands that one of the biggest obstacles is dental fear. The vision at Elite Dental Wellness is to ensure every patient is treated with respect, ultimate care, patience, and love. Call us today to make an appointment at area code 713-789-8680.
Hey, yo, what's good, my peeps? Welcome to Startup Masters. That's right. If you were thinking about starting a business, or you started a business, or you just want to maybe refresh those batteries to get some new and innovative ideas, or maybe you've fallen off and you're in the middle of one of those phases that you're just in, well, you came to the right spot. I'm Kalia Guillory, your host, also known as KG. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook at KOG Speaks. And boy, I'm so happy you came through today because we got something special in store for you. Gee, they don't even know what's good with them today. They don't know what's about to hit them.
It's so interesting because I think we catch people off guard. For those that are watching, do we catch you off guard sometimes? Just keep it 100. Put it in Facebook Live for us so we know what's going on. But of course, we're back at you. My name is Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. And I'm just excited to be in the house. I'm always excited to sit at this table because it starts off so smooth.
It do.
But then it gets so rugged with all the gems and jewels that are just poking out the emeralds, the rubies, the sapphires.
The topaz.
You know, all the things just sticking out everywhere. It's so beautiful. This table is so beautiful after this show. And I'm just happy to be here. Okay. I'm excited because I like when family's in the building. I like when I open up the door and I know the person coming through the door.
I know you.
That feels good. So to me, that sets the stage for a great show.
It does. You know why? Because you know it's going to be authentic and transparent.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You already know it's going to be real because fam going to keep it 100. They going to keep it a buck with fam, man.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. What's up, Facebook? Dave, we see you tuned in. Jennifer, we see you. Make sure y'all hit the share button down at the bottom. Hit the invites. Invite a bunch of folks. Whatever you want to do. Let's make sure we get this word out so people know what we're doing each and every day right here at the Sphere. So I'm ready to dive in. You ready to dive in?
I am so ready.
Let's do this, KG.
I can't even stand it. Now listen. I've been rocking with this cat, I don't know, since elementary, the end of elementary, maybe junior high school. A lot of people don't know this, but his story is so inspirational. It's so motivational. I mean, when I got the story, G, I was like, dude, like, you need to write a book. You in welding school, working 10-hour days, then you come home in the wee hours of the night, you teaching yourself how to edit, how to shoot, how to be a videographer. Like, come on, man. Like, who does that? Somebody who's hungry, somebody who's ready to make a difference and a change and create a legacy for their kids. They're two beautiful daughters, I believe it's two beautiful daughters. And I can't keep talking about it. Like, I got to bring my man in. He's here to talk about a very exciting venture that he's got going on right now. Visceral, co-owner, my man, Keven Giles.
That's right. Kev, what's up, man?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Lufkin in the building.
How y'all doing?
Well, I got the rock and the purple shirt. I see.
Yes,
you
sir.
See that
Yes,
royalties
sir.
in the
Royalty.
house?
Purple
Royalty.
passion, a little
Look.
purple passion,
Keep
you know.
Visceral Vials on.
Okay.
Let me find out that's one of your logo colors. Let me find out. Man, so this is what we do. First and foremost, thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much for gracing this table. We truly appreciate that.
Thank you.
What
Thank
we
you.
like to do for the world, and for those that are tuning in, what we're about to do for you is we're taking you on this journey. We're going to, Keven and I, KG and I, all three of us as a collective, we're going to go down this road from inception to fruition.
Come on.
Yes,
for,
sir.
for the business itself, we're talking visceral vows, and we really want to dive in, and we're going to take it apart mechanically so we can show you what it's like to be an entrepreneur. You ready to take this road with us, Kev? You
Let's
ready
do
for this,
it.
man?
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's do it. Let's take this road. Let's rewind the tape, like KG likes to say. Let's take it on back, DeLorean style. Tell us what was going on back in the day when you said, you know what? Somebody's gonna fall in love with visceral vows. What was going on through
Okay.
your mind when that happened, man?
Okay. Well, first of all, I got into filming, and like you stated before, after 15 years of fabrication, oil and gas industry kind of took a downturn. And I think it was around 2013, that's when I started thinking that, hey, I need to do something else and do for myself, because I've seen a lot of people getting laid off. And even though I had a lot of certifications, very qualified, and what I was doing, I still didn't see how, how the industry was going to be substantial for, a lot of welders. And so that's when I moved into doing the videography, self-taught. Instead of doing a lot of overtime on the job, I just took that time when I would get off work and I would go home and just study video and just study, different cameras and everything that I needed to know to get into the business. And then I was actually doing all types of video, and I still do all types of video. But I noticed that the wedding industry separated itself from all of the other videos that I was doing. Of course, it's the most profitable for me. And I think I gained a really great passion for doing weddings. And I think it's because whenever you do a wedding, you can see the emotion involved with the people. And there's no feeling like seeing somebody cry, a bride cry during the wedding, and seeing that same thing when they're watching a video, of themselves, being married. And so that's
you missed
what
the waterfalls is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
basically.
pretty much.
He's
pretty
showing
much.
rain, make it rain.
He making it rain in
Pretty
the
much. Pretty much.
That's what I
Pretty
got.
much. I'm making.
And that's what he here for. He's
I'm
here
making
for
it
this.
rain
Yes.
teardrops. Making it rain teardrops.
I like
You need to figure out how to make that a hashtag. You
Make it rain. I like that. I like that.
Yes,
I might want to
indeed.
You're
copyright that
welcome.
before y'all, but But
Bro, it's yours,
Hey,
man.
we need a couple points. That's all.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Few
Points
points
on
on
that.
something.
Exactly.
Points on that.
Exactly.
But now while you're doing this,
Yes.
obviously there were some mistakes made along that road. While you're
Right.
learning all these cameras, you're learning the software, you're going
Yeah.
out doing these setups just in that initial phase.
Uh-huh.
Surely you didn't make somebody cry. Sometimes people were a little upset, may have been a little red. Talk to us about those days where you made some mistakes, some of those hardships, those trials and tribulations while you were in this initial phase.
Okay. To be honest, I can't think of a lot of mistakes per se. And I guess the reason why is because I was very careful when I did step out.
Okay.
If there were mistakes, they were very small to the point to where they didn't affect me moving forward
Gotcha.
with the business.
Learn
We
And
call
now
those
there-
learning opportunities.
Yes, I would say there would be some things that I would do differently, but I wouldn't call them mistakes for the simple fact that if I just didn't know,
Gotcha.
a certain way to do things that was better than
Sure.
a way that I did do it. And
The
I would
wisdom.
say I would give you one
give us
example.
one. Give us
I'll give you
one.
one example. I wouldn't call it a mistake, but when I first started doing weddings, I was doing weddings by myself. And any videographer, cinematographer will tell you that filming a wedding is the toughest thing that you can film. And the reason why is because it's live. You got, brides walking down the aisle, and you can't make a mistake. You can't make a mistake and tell her, you know what, I'm gonna need you to go back and walk back again. And so that was the biggest thing. I never made the huge mistakes during the weddings, but if I look back at some of the older weddings when I first started, there was maybe some clips that I could have did better, or some different angles that I should have got that would have been better, that would have came off better on video. And so now with Visceral Val, that's one of our standards is 2 cinematographer minimum, or at least cinematographer and assistant. And so 2 camera minimum.
Listen.
And so that's what I would do different.
She talks about it all the time. If you ain't chasing excellence,
speak on it.
What are you doing?
Speak
what
on
are
it.
you doing? Like, and the thing about it is, we can always chase that perfection, but if we grab some excellence along the way, we should be straight. As Tristan just said, hashtag that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope because what you just described for our viewers who might be considering embarking on a similar industry or not is that you can't do it all by yourself, homie. Like, bro, you can't do it all by yourself, sis. Like, you need to get you a small team. You can learn how to delegate that bad boy.
Collaboration.
You got to collaborate on that thing.
And actually, while you're on that, I want to make mention of I'm not by myself in this. I have a business partner.
There we go.
I can't forget about my
on,
partner,
Butch.
Butch Stevens. He wasn't able to make it today, but he's kind of had a similar journey as me, and we kind of have the same visions. He's a perfectionist, just like me when it comes to filming. With video, he has the same love and passion for weddings, and he was kind of going in the same direction to where you're going and doing these weddings, and you want to have somebody else there that's an equal with you with the same eye. And so when you take 2 cinematographers together to do a wedding, then you can come out with something really special. And so we're pretty much the base of Visceral Val. And so whenever you most likely purchase a wedding, get a wedding from us, it'll be me and Butch, or either Butch and another cinematographer else, or me and another cinematographer, but it will be me or Butch that will be showing up to your wedding.
In that same vein, let me ask you, a lot of times in our community, you don't hear about success stories with partnerships.
Right.
I'm curious, what are you and Butch doing today to create that foundation so in 10, 20, 30, 50, 60 years from now, you guys are still rocking because you chose to, not because you had to dissolve the business based on lack of communication.
Right. Well, at the very beginning, we established that open communication, just like any relationship. Like, don't be afraid to offend me with your opinion, with your input. And that was the main thing that I think starting a partnership is to making sure that you're open with any issues and problems, and we should both be able to sit down and come to an agreement on the best way to to resolve the problem or whatever the obstacle is to move the company forward, because we have the same goal.
Right.
And so that's how you come to the decision, is to make sure that this decision that we're making, is it going to move the company forward or is it going to hold the company back? So
I love that. I love that. What we call that here is relationship currency.
Right.
We got a little bit of that relationship currency over there on Facebook too.
Yes,
I see
do.
Mark talking about what's the topic. Martin figured that out because we didn't.
Mark, man, look, better hit that description, kid. Something. No,
She's already on there talking about it's dope. What's up,
What's up,
Steph?
Steph?
Love.
Steph in the
Hey,
building. Jordan,
now
what up?
what's
What
going
up?
on? And we got relationship currency even online. But you know what other kind of currency we need to talk about?
Talk about it.
The kind that's sponsoring this show, my friends over at Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million of Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today, like right now, at 1-844-700-4463, or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask us how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. Go and check out my homies. They take care of my finances. They can take care of yours.
That's what it is. So right in this space now, with the collaborations, obviously, with the partnership that you have, you all are obviously going in the right direction, right?
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about what things you all offer today. When someone comes to Visceral Vals and they say, hey, what services can we get from you? Or how do you what are you doing to take that to that next level? What's on the table for people to pick through?
Okay, well, as of right now, we specialize, of course, in the wedding film cinematography, but we are partnered with photographers at this time. We have a few photographers that we've worked with that we highly recommend that we bring in on packages with us, and at the same time, DJs, wedding planners, venues, and so in the future, not at this time, but in the future, we will become a one-stop weddings operation, so that you could come to Visceral Vow, let us know you're getting married, and we'll take it from there. And so you don't have to, we want you to be able to get everything in one place, so that you don't have to spend all this time, searching for the best rates and the best person for the job. And we were going to have the professionals already there, and of course it wouldn't just be one option. If you have a planner or a photographer, you got several options there on the site that you can pick from and choose from. And of course, scheduling would be, something that would come into play. But that's kind of the goal that we have for the future. But for right now, we're focused mainly on just the on film. But we are connected with those other professionals if you were in need of something like that. And we don't always offer that just directly in the forefront of us doing business, but if we see that person is still need of that service, then we will make a suggestion on those.
So whether commercial or residential, whether it's a business entity or an individual, you can provide services not just within the wedding realm, but anything. Okay,
right,
cool,
exactly.
And I think that's important so that people understand that you're granular. You know what I'm saying? You're not necessarily in one spot. You've got that prime area, but you are granular. There are other things they can do. Plus, you've got, once again, the partnerships. You got the partnerships in place so that you can continue to spread that out. And the branding is still there, but you're still pushing excellence.
Absolutely.
So important.
Exactly. And not only that, this dude did my promo video for Unleash Your Dopeness.
Yes. We had a good time.
Yeah.
I feel some kind of way every time I think about it. I just want to go out and jump out the window and go do something dope.
Yes.
And you already, we know somebody that bakes some amazing cakes. I know somebody that plans some immaculate events. So even within our own network, it sounds like you'll be able to continue to grow your business as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, we could do a festival. Exactly. We got enough firepower in the building to do a festival.
Need a live feed?
Exactly. We got it all. Speaking of which, Facebook, we're about to say sayonara. Once again. Remember, we're only on for about 15 minutes or so just to give you a good taste of what we bring to the table here at Startup Masters each and every week. Now, remember, go over to the website at www.thesphere.tv/Startup Masters. You got some subscription options. You can subscribe via iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and, of course, Stitcher for our techie folks. Now, while you're on one of those platforms, hit those stars. Let us know how we're doing. Give us that constructive criticism so we can build a better show for you. Also, make sure you share that thing out. Share it with your family, your friends, your fiance, your loved ones, your haters, your colleagues, anybody and everybody. You want to get this content out so that they know that they've got some entrepreneurial wisdom coming to them each and every week. And of course, if you truly love what we're doing, if you're down with the get down, go ahead and drop some coins our way. Go over to thesphere.tv/donate. Hit one of those donation options. We've got a single donation as well as a Patreon-based donation. We can do a monthly subscription for $2, $5, $10, any kind of bucks. But sow back into us, so that helps us continue to sow into you. Once again, it's a great show here on Startup Masters right here at thesphere.tv. And we'll definitely keep this rolling, so make sure you go subscribe. All right, let's keep the party going. So, talk to us. Obviously, hundreds, if not thousands of people who love to pick up a DSLR, who love to go up and chop up some video, who say they can walk into your wedding and do a one-man show when it really ain't a one-man show. We just told you that. We gave you a little insight on that. So if somebody come with you, that's a question. But what is that X factor? What's that thing about Visceral Vows that makes it, outside of the purple shirt, what's that thing that makes it stand out amongst the rest? Talk to me. What's that X factor, man?
Well, I would say, upon studying the other companies, the one thing that I noticed is everybody's kind of stuck within a certain pricing range. Like it's either a very low budget company, mid range, or high end. Meaning you might see some companies doing videos $300, $400, $500, but then that's what you get, right? And then you have the mid-range companies, you know, and then you have the high end. Their packages might start at $6,000. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to make it to where we would handle the low end all the way up to the high end, but we want to maintain the quality no matter, you know, if you're on the low end or the high end. And so that's something that's very difficult to do, but we pretty much figured it out in a way to where we can handle anybody's wedding, no matter the size or how much money you have. Because when I say visceral vow, it is something that we take serious, and with visceral meaning that deep down gut feeling, you know, as far as couples coming together. And for me, I really don't like to see two come together and then they don't have that video that they can look back on 15 years, 30 years from now. And so there's something that's really sentimental and really special. And so I think that everyone should have that opportunity to obtain that video service. And I don't think that it should be something that's way out of the price range. And even if you don't have the budget,
sure,
I think you should have something. What's so important about the quality is 30 years from now, will that video still hold up? I mean, if you look at your VHS tapes from back in the day, you can't even watch them today, right?
Yeah.
So it's constantly trying to stay ahead of the media and giving people a media in a form to later where they can convert it to something better, and so that they can have that and to stick with them for a lifetime, you know, to look back on, you know.
It seems to me something that you're also after outside of pricing and everything you just described is experience.
Right.
Like you want to create an experience for two people who are coming together as one.
Exactly.
Like walk our viewers through what that will feel like from a bride and bride, a husband and husband, a bride and husband or groom type of situation. Like what can one, assuming that everyone come on call, like, how would everybody be able to get in on that? Like, what would they expect? What would be that experience?
You mean from the outsiders seeing the video? Is that the way? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me personally, whenever I film a wedding, something that I noticed very early is you got to know what to film. And so you got to know what to capture, and then you have to know how to retell that story so that if you wasn't there, I was there. I want you to feel what I felt. But the thing about that is, as a cinematographer, you have to actually feel that. Yeah. So you have to actually have that feeling whenever you're taking it in. I'm a very sentimental person, and so it takes that to be a wedding cinematographer, which is maybe different from somebody that's just out filming other stuff. You know, you do have to be sentimental, and you do have to have these feelings, and so you have to know how to take it in, and that not only just filming it, on the editing side of things too. You got to be able to take all those clips, because you're gonna have 4 to 6 hours worth of footage that you got to go back and sift through, and sometimes narrow that down into 5 minutes.
Right.
You know, and then for the couples, maybe an hour and a half. You know. And so it is something that's very difficult to do, but for me, I found it a natural thing to do from the very beginning, and something that I'm constantly getting better at doing, and something I strive to get better in the future.
I would imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, G. Correct me if I'm wrong, KG.
Okay.
But if you are always present at these weddings and at these events, and you are engaged, and you are in it to win it because you want to create something that's going to give the people who weren't there the same effect as if they were.
Right.
How do you come down for that? How do you make sure that you stay in your flow, you stay in your juju, as I call it, you stay in that zone so that you can always be present? You don't have any outside distractions. Like what does KG do to make sure that he protects that creative presence, I guess we should call it?
For some reason, whenever I'm filming, I'm one with the camera. It may sound weird, but when I'm looking at the numbers on the camera and the visuals through the camera, the data coming through the camera, what's going on, I have to stay interconnected with all of that. And you have to be, because the moment I get distracted, I lose it all. And that's why whenever I'm filming, I don't like for people to start coming up and randomly talking to me, or the stuff that's going on. A lot of times, for example, I film at the church, and at the end of service, if you ask me, well, what did he preach about, I have no idea. A lot of times, because I'm focused on what I need to be, filming, in that aspect.
You're
But
operating in excellence.
of course, a wedding is different because you do have to, listen to what's going on in order to know what's being said, what's the sentimental moment that's being said, But at church, you got this earpiece on, you're getting directions from the director, so that's another aspect that's added to it. So that takes away from, the other attention that, visual attention that needs to be going on, so.
Yeah, I love that, man. And what I said for those that are listening, you riding around listening to your car right now, if you didn't catch what I threw in there, this man is talking about operating in excellence, because that's what you're doing. You're in your zone, that flow, that juju that KG is talking about.
Yeah.
You're right there in it, and it's important to stay in there. And of course, you'd like to protect that space,
Right?
Because you don't want to be, you can't give your all if somebody's trying to take a piece of you away. You've got to create, that's working in excellence. Yeah. And we work in excellence around here, too, at the Sphere. I want you to know that.
Oh, yeah.
So for those that are looking, for those that are watching, you want to advertise, we got a spot for you right here. So are you looking to start your business, or are you looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at the Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue, coupled with your strategic ad, is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789, or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. Y'all like all those hand movements I'm doing now? I done added a little extra to it. I'm working with my hands in there. I'm doing that.
Like
doing that. See, exactly. See, y'all need the behind the scenes. Y'all ain't got the behind the scenes what's going on in the studio. So, at where we're at, while you're protecting that creative space, I'm gonna steal one of KG's private questions that she loves to ask. I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna pluck it from her real quick.
Go ahead, G.
Okay.
When you're outside of that, when you're outside of creating excellence for those, that have purchased packages through Visceral Vials, we're going to do the plug. What are you doing to sew back into self? What are you doing outside of work to recharge your batteries?
To be honest with you, for myself, I'm always taking in. So it don't matter where I think I am. I'm always trying to get better at what my profession is. So I'm always studying, other cinematographers. I'm studying other films, learning the new cameras that are coming out. You got to do that because no piece of technology is here to stay forever. So there's only 2 or 3 years, and then you got to upgrade to the next to keep people with the best that they can possibly get as far as quality wise. So. Yeah, pretty much that's it. I'm always just studying. That never stops. Just always trying to learn more and get better.
And the constant grind.
Constant grind. Now, within that constant grind, you got to be spending some time with them babies. You got to be spending some time with that wife. You got to be. I know you studying.
Make it plain. Make it plain for him, KG.
Let me break it down a little bit further. What are you doing to make sure everybody around you is also happy, and that your visceral gut is keeping them satisfied?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Since I started this grind, it's been straight grind. We had me and my wife before. I started the business. We used to have a date night, a specific night that we would go out and spend time. We would do a movie or whatever it is. Go out to eat.
How sweet is this?
But since this grind, we haven't been able to do that as much. But it's a sacrifice for the greater for later because pretty soon we'll be able to do this we'll be able to do it every day. But we want to get to that point, and as of right now, it's been a lot of just hard work, and I give her a lot of credit because since I've been full time with the company. And, she's a librarian at a school, and she takes up a lot of slack as far as with the bills because on the business side of things, it's you you bring in and then you reinvest. You bring in and you reinvest. You know, and you kind of keep this loop going until you just trying to continue to increase your profit margin. You know? So yeah, to be honest with you, we still the main thing we would do is go out and catch a movie, concert or something like that.
What we talking about, man.
But it haven't been much of that. I can't say it haven't been. It is some of that. It is some of that, and I want to get to more of that. But we're trying to get to a certain point, and we both understand what the goal is and where we're trying to get. So she never complains or anything like that. You know, we just do stuff at home. You know, but she knows how hard it is and what it takes, and she's right in there too with the business, working too.
That's a sweet spot. Like you gotta have somebody willing to like ride with you. Like, they gotta understand and respect.
It's hard without
hustle.
that. Yeah,
for sure.
It's hard if you don't have a person to understand you. If your significant other don't understand,
exactly. You wasn't with me.
Go back to 9 to 5, right?
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Come on,
right? No, man, that's
true.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's true. That is the truth.
So let's look at visceral vow. Obviously, those are the things that are happening today.
Okay.
But let's take this journey further. For those that are watching right now, you're sitting on your couch, you're watching this via Apple TV. What's going on with visceral vows 5, 10, 20 years from now? What do you see happening? Talk to us about that. Give us that dream.
Well, I kind of touched on it earlier, but in the future, what you will see with Visceral Vow is you'll see a venue. First of all, a headquarters will be a venue. It won't just be an office space. It's a venue where you can have your wedding there. And like I said before, when you come to our venue, then everything you need is there. You have the coordinators, the catering. And I'm connected with all these people, and it's not just a dream. I'm connected with the people already, and I already discussed this partially with most of these partners that we're connected with. And that's something that you don't see. I'm noticing that, when couples get ready, when they engage and they get ready to take the next step, then they spend a lot of time figuring out, who's going to do this, where do I get this, how much is this going to cost, where is this going to be, where is that? And so when you can bring everything together under one roof, first of all, you can bring the cost down, and then you can take away the stress. So if you say, okay, we're getting married, and then we'll take it from there. And turnkey, and so there is another thing, but I won't speak on it.
Oh, look at you! Look at them holding back.
You even
missed
it.
I want a little teaser. I'll just say I'm getting ready. We're getting ready to implement something in our weddings that nobody's doing right now.
Okay.
And you'll see this this won't be 5 years from now. This is gonna be very soon.
Like 5 weeks.
Maybe. Okay. I'm getting ready
Somebody
to
get married.
And I'll make sure y'all put it out there, But this is what I realized whenever you're in business, there needs to be something like the question you're saying that separates you from all the other companies. And so I've come up with something that I haven't seen anybody doing that kind of modernizes the wedding cinema. And it is difficult, but I will pull it off.
My grandpa always said, if you patent it, you always have a paycheck.
Yes. Yes.
So
say that, Grandpa.
Grandpa,
and
say that, Paul.
You
better say that.
Now,
right.
In that same vein, so you kind of touched on it, but outside of what the future is going to look like with these innovative ideas, what does success look like for KG the man?
For me, success, because to be honest with you, as a fabricator, for me personal, if you just want to look at it as a selfish way, I feel successful in a career just being a welder fabricator, and I could have just ran with that for the rest of my life, but it's more responsibility to me when you say the word success. Success for me is being able to pass on your legacy to the ones after you.
Legacy.
And so when you can do that, then you can truly say that it was successful. I mean, you can take care of yourself, but that's a selfish way of thinking. And so if you're able to, when you're gone, what you did is still taking care of others that you love, then to me that was a success. And so if I leave this world and I wasn't able to say that, I don't feel like, as far as business goes, it was a success. And so I want to make sure that Visceral Valve is here for my family, and me and Butch talked about that, his family. And so this 2 family generations that we want to succeed in, and have something there for them,
It's dope.
Ain't
So,
it?
Dopeness.
That's dope.
Beyond that dopeness.
That's
Just
dope.
unleashing it all over.
Gotta unleash.
Mhm.
KG taught me I had to unleash the dopeness.
There it is. A nice little plug. Plug it.
I started wearing my shirt. My wife, she would get tired of me wearing my little unleash
Wear
the
your
dopeness.
shirt, go ahead, man. You wear
I need to
that
get.
thing out.
I need to get some more different shirts.
Some
from
different
her.
colors. I got you.
She tired of my one shirt.
Now let me ask you a pointed question. You mentioned when you talk about success and you talk about being a welder fabricator.
Right.
Have you ever mended the 2 businesses together? Have you ever fabricated something that you've used inside of Visceral Valves? Have you ever created something that you needed? You said, man, I need a rig that looks like this. I'll just build it myself. Have you done that yet?
I haven't done that, but I'm actually in the process of doing that.
Okay.
I just purchased welding machine, like small fabrication items. And so what we're getting ready to do, and I have another partner. His name is Jeremy on the side of cinematography, and he has some things that he wants me to build, and we're going to try to sell those.
Okay.
Jones?
And so
Jones?
Jeremy, yeah, you know Jeremy.
Small
And
world.
so,
Small world.
so this is the deal. As a fabricator, I look at some of the items that I buy, that I purchase, and I can pretty much estimate how much it costs to make that, and how much it should sell for. And a lot of times you're being charged like 4 times as much as what it should cost. So that's another business that we're gonna look
Keep
at,
that
is
thing
like,
in-house.
Making
Yeah.
some stuff more affordable for cinematographers.
That makes sense.
Shout out to Jeremy. We need to get him on the show.
That makes sense right there.
Mhm.
You know what else makes sense?
Talk about
Is
it.
to keep smiling.
You got to.
But in order to keep smiling, you gotta keep your teeth. You gotta keep your teeth right.
That's true.
They gotta be white and shiny. And
Mhm.
this portion of the show is sponsored by our good friends that can help you do that down there at
Indeed.
Elite Dental Wellness.
Mm-hmm.
At Elite Dental Wellness, our vision is to create a welcoming practice that will offer exceptional dental care and a lifetime of dental wellness. We are committed to the finest possible oral care and the overall health and well-being of our patients. Elite Dental Wellness is built upon a foundation of integrity and expertise and service. Through our commitment to modern dentistry, continuing education, and friendly atmosphere, we strive to make our patients feel that they are a part of our family. Dentistry can be scary, daunting, and uncomfortable. Dr. Batiste and her team work tirelessly to ensure your comfort. Make your appointment today with Dr. Ashandra Batiste at Elite Dental Wellness at 713-789-8680. And I hear
hearing
I
something.
just heard if you say
on the grapevine, if
the
you-
sphere,
Woo.
you get what?
how much?
10%.
10%
Wow.
off. Come on, you
Gotta
can't beat
do it.
that.
Go ahead and do it.
You
Go
can't
see
beat
how
that.
much
That's,
that
do
that's
it.
free money.
That's free.
Free 99.
$3.99 in your
Free
pocket,
99.
baby.
Come on, come on. So you enjoyed that, didn't you?
That was
I see
great.
the laughter. I
That
see
was
the
great.
humor because you're a sensitive guy.
Yes.
You're in touch with it. I
I
heard
feel
it.
it.
Thank you
I
for
feel
being
it.
a friend, man.
I feel it.
But let me take you somewhere
Hit 'em
for
with
a
it, G.
second. Let me take
Okay.
you somewhere for a second, right? Let's say this fabrication idea with Visceral Valves was gone.
Mhm.
Let's say we rewind the clock and all the shoots you've made, the thousands of images you've looked at, the ISO footage that you've had. Let's say the DSLRs are gone. They're erased from time. Let's say the Rebels, the Canons, all those things have just disappeared. Let's say the whole concept of the business is literally broken and back to dust. But you've kept all the knowledge that you've had for the time that you've put this together. And we happen to give you some seed money. Let's say $1,000 or so.
Mhm.
What would you do today to start your business over again from scratch? Visceral Valves. What would you do to bring that baby back to fruition that you didn't do the first time around? Yes.
As far as Visceral Valve, what would
Mhm.
I do different?
Talk about it.
You got a little bit of
All the
seed
knowledge,
money.
seed money. What would you do different?
Right now,
Everything you've learned.
I don't think I would change anything.
Okay.
I'm being honest because right now things are going good for us.
Where would you invest that $1,000?
Where would I invest $1,000?
Knowing what you know today, what would you do? What would you take that money?
I always invest money. The main thing we invest in is equipment. Okay. But I think probably marketing. Marketing. That's the one. That's the one thing that I have not spent a lot of money on was marketing. And I think that if we had that, we would probably be overwhelmed right now because a lot of the business that we get is word of mouth. And just people that seen prior work or, people that I come in contact with. And it's enough to keep us busy. But it is, sometimes it is stressful because you get a little worried. And then it's like, okay, boom, boom, boom. And then, now you got that. 3-4 jobs lined out, So, but I think with marketing, it kind of runs itself and, kind of take care of itself. And that's where I would tell a person that the first thing you want to focus on is the marketing, because for me, my investments always went into the actual physical equipment. Of course, you got to have the equipment,
sure,
but that's mainly where my focus goes into investing is in equipment and software and stuff like that.
Okay. Marketing just to get that word out.
Marketing, you got to get the word out.
Yeah. Build that empire that much sooner.
Okay. Yes,
I hear it, man.
KG.
Whew,
yes, ma'am.
Visceral Viles. Come on, Kev. Come on, man. So, after everything that is said, my man, I want to first and foremost say thank you so much for all the gems of things that you've dropped at this table.
Yes, sir.
And because of that, because of your tutelage, because of the fact that you continue to sow back into self and have built your empire from the ground up, we'd like to officially coin you, good sir, a startup master.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much. We appreciate it, man. And please let the people, again, those that are watching right now, those that are listening on their couch or in their car in traffic, let them know where they can reach you at, man.
Okay, for right now, go to www.visceralvial.com. And the website is under construction, but you can, if you know somebody or if you're getting married in the future, you can sign up and you can register for our complimentary wedding for 2018. Yes, we will be offering one of our packages for free for 2018. So if you know somebody or if you get married in next year, go ahead and sign up for that. And you can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/visceral vow. And stay connected.
Stay connected with this man. This is a powerful man.
That fella said he's giving away a complimentary package.
Why he raining these tears?
Raining tears.
I love it, man.
Y'all need to put that on a t-shirt.
Yes, he raining tears over here.
Somebody gonna take that tomorrow.
Nah,
that's yours.
It's yours.
Y'all heard that?
Yeah.
They gave that to me.
Yes. What's up, KG? Where can you reach you at?
People, you guys can catch me on LinkedIn, Instagram, as well as Facebook at KOG Speaks. That's KOG Speaks on the gram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. What about you, G?
That is. Of course, same place as LinkedIn, MySpace, Facebook. I threw that in there for you. Twitter, Instagram, Snappity, chat at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with a Z. And remember, if you got any questions for us right here at Startup Masters, shoot us that email. startupmasters@thesphere.tv or on social media @thesphere.tv, #startupmasters, and we'll be sure to get back with you. This has been another well-informed, now rocky table with all these gems episode.
You see them, they
shining, topaz, emerald, sapphires.
Shining,
another great episode of Startup Masters. We will see you all next time. Take care.
Peace.